What's good, everybody? It's your boy Q-Tip, and we're back with another video. We're back with another player spotlight, but this time we're spotlighting two players again, similarly like we did with Marvron and Amaya Battle. Because sometimes there's multiple players on the team that I really enjoy watching, and I'm not able to just pick one. So this time I'm picking two from Princeton: Skye Belker, Ashley Chea. But before we get into that, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe so you can see all the other videos that I've done so far and the videos that I'm going to do in the future. Women's basketball season starts tomorrow, so we are about to dive deep into everything that's happening. Don't know if I'm going to be able to put out videos every day because I just don't know if there's going to be that kind of like demand or just like that many things going on. But if there is, then I'll be here to talk about it. But let's get straight into it. I know why you've clicked on this video. You want to hear me talk about Skye Belker and Ashley Chea, so that's what we're going to do. Skye Belker going into her junior season now. She averaged 13 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists last year on 44% from the floor, 38 from three, and 82 from the free throw line. Just a super steady player, like a really good shooter. She's good off the dribble. She can create space with her dribble, with her off arm, which is an underrated skill in my opinion. And being able to do that without, drawing an offensive foul is big as well. Um, and she had to step into the primary perimeter role last year of just being the one that like being the go-to player, not necessarily being like the go-to point guard, but being the go-to scorer. Once Madison St. Rose went down, she was only able to play 4 games last season, and she was averaging 17 points a game when she went down. So that would have been a big help for Skye Belker last year. But I still think she was able to find ways to solidify herself in that role. Um, Especially after Caitlin Chen left, I started watching Princeton a lot more over the past couple of years when Caitlin Chen was there. And then her last season, obviously Skye Belker, Ashley Chea were both freshmen. Or her second to last season, sorry. Her second to last season, they were both freshmen. So, yeah, they were both freshmen. Sorry. Trying to make sure that I had it right. I, yeah. Both freshmen. They both had 2 years played. So that's where I really saw them in the beginning of their like run into college and things like that. So I've enjoyed watching them since then. I think Skye Belker's gotten better every single season that she's been in at Princeton. She averaged 8 points her first year, 13 points last year. I think she can jump up to like 17 to 18 this year. I think something for her is just being confident, consistently, like confident all the time. She struggled in the last game of the tournament, or in their first 4 game in the tournament against Iowa State. And I think some of the struggles came some of the struggles were impacting the way that she thought about her game throughout the game, because I think at one point she was like 1 of 9, and then she made a shot or two, and she felt like she was getting into a rhythm. And sometimes it's hard to get out of your head when you're missing shots that you normally make, especially in a big game like that. Like, this is an NCAA tournament game. There's a lot of people watching, and if you win, you get to move on, and there's going to be even more eyes on you. And that pressure is, I don't want to say underrated, but people don't really think about that pressure, especially for someone that was pushed into, I don't even say pushed into, but had to step into that primary scorer role and had done well all season long. She scored 17 points against certain teams, 20 points against Harvard, and she had 25 against, I think, Dartmouth. So she had some games where she was like really showing her skill set and really like finding a rhythm and finding her confidence as the best scorer on the team. And I think she went into this offseason with that game in mind, specifically the Iowa State game in mind specifically. And I don't think that'll happen again when she gets to the NCAA tournament this year, because I think they're going to get back this year. I would be very, very surprised if they didn't. Um, I think the big thing for her is confidence. I think her game is always going to continue to get better. She's a great shooter, like I said, and she knows what to do with the ball. And they run a great offense, so it's not like she has to force anything or shoot any bad shots or play out of her body. Like, she literally just has to play in the offense and just excel, which she's done so far, and I think she's going to keep doing even more. Then we have Ashley Chea. She averaged 12 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds last year. 42% from the floor, 36 from the 3 point line, and 75 from the free throw line. An absolute dynamic player in every sense of the word. Super fast. She can score off the dribble. She's a good playmaker, and she still has a ton of time to get better as well. I know people look at the diminutive uh, stature. I don't think it matters. She's just a phenomenal, flat out basketball player. Like she went from 6 points last her freshman season to 12 points last year. Um, and again, they run a fun brand of offense, so it's not like she has to do anything too much playing the point guard role. She can make sure she gets it into the post. She can pass and cut. She can score off a backdoor. She can make the pass to a backdoor. She can make the pass to an open 3 point shooter. Like all these different things, like the offense just flows for everybody. So it's not like they have to play out of their body, like I said with Skye Belker. Um, and again, seeing her play at times with Caitlin Chen, I think was a big thing for her. And seeing Caitlin Chen when she first came into college basketball, I think was a big thing for her of being able to see. So yeah, they would have played with her 1 year. So being able to see her do what she did at Princeton, see her work the way she did, see her play the way she did in games, and then take that and translate that to UConn, help them win a national championship, and then also translate that to the WNBA where she was able to make a roster of the Golden State Valkyries. She was originally cut and then brought back and ended up playing the whole season. And now is playing overseas. So that is something that both of these players can look at and be like, even Madison St. Rose as well. It's something that both of these players can look at and be like, okay, there is a way for me to get there. There's a way for me to do the same things that she did. And I think being able to have two players like this at the same time, also Madison St. Rose, like I don't want to forget her, and then Olivia Hutcherson as well, who's a young player that had a big season last year and big moments, especially in the Iowa State game. Um, I think they have a really good chance of making a run in the tournament. And when I say make a run, that doesn't mean like they're going to the championship or anything like that. But they lost in the first four last year. I actually don't think they'll be in the first four again. But I don't think they lose in the first round or two. Like I can see this team making the Sweet 16. The post play is obviously like a big question because Ashley Hill graduated and is not on the team right now or not on the team anymore. So they do have to answer that question. But I feel like with the guard play that they'll have and having the experience that they'll have of playing in big games, even the year before when they played against Columbia and Yale and Harvard and all these other big names that they play in the Ivy League, and then going into the tournament and playing big games there. And then last year where they played again against Harvard, where Harmony Turner had like 40 something in the semifinals of the Ivy League tournament, like, and then playing against Michigan or Iowa State, sorry, playing against Iowa State in a big game the way they did in the tournament, I think that all just helps them continue to realize what they need to do to get better, what they need to do to reach the next level, what they need to do to make sure that they're on the opposite end of those games. Because they were in that game. They actually had a big lead at one point. Ashley Chea went on a huge run in the Iowa State game in terms of shooting. And I think if Skye Belker made a couple more shots, that game looks a lot differently. Even the shot that she shot where they were down 5 at the end of the game, it was like 10 seconds left. She shot the three and it literally went halfway down and came out on the front side of the rim, which you never see. Normally it'll go out on the other side or come back out on the outside, but it literally rolled around, went halfway down, and then came back out on the front of the rim. So it was just one of those nights, unfortunately for her, and it's probably the worst time that it could happen, at least to this point. But again, they have 2 more years to play at Princeton together. I'm assuming everyone stays. They have 2 more years to play together at Princeton. I think they have a lot of things that they can do. The TikTok highlight reel will be in the description, so make sure you guys check that out as well so that you know I'm not just saying things just to say it. The things that I'm saying can be seen and have been shown already. They just, I feel like these are two players that don't get a ton of credit for what they do on the basketball court. Princeton is a team that doesn't get a lot of credit for what they do on the basketball court, but they're in the tournament nearly every year, it feels like. So I was a big fan of Caitlin Chen when she was there. Was a huge fan of her going to UConn because I knew that would put eyes on her and give her the ability to eventually have her chance of getting into the WNBA, and she did. So I was really happy to see that. She's one of my favorite players to watch. Period. So these are two players that are also two of my favorites to watch, and I want to see them continue to grow as well and be able to in the future do the same things that Caitlin Chen did of being able to get into the WNBA and hopefully be able to stick around and make a name for themselves and have a pro career, because I think both of them are really good players, and I think they both have the ability to be. I think they'll both be all Ivy League this year. I think Skye Belker has a chance to be the Ivy League Player of the Year. Like I think she has that type. Like she could be that good this season to where she might be the Ivy League Player of the Year. Um, I don't know if she'll be an All American just because the All American nods are hard to get, especially at an Ivy League school. Like she would have to have like a phenomenal season, because I'm not even sure Harmony Turner was All American. I'd have to look, but I'm not even sure she was, and she was putting up insane numbers. So you have to play like really high level basketball to be able to get those awards. And I'm not saying that they don't, but you have to play it to a point of where the national media is not just paying attention, but is noticing and giving you that proper respect, because we've seen Princeton ranked multiple times over the last couple of years, and they still don't really get that same um, respect that they deserve. So this is really me just making sure that Skye Belker and Ashley Chea get the spotlight that they deserve before the season starts, so that people are like, okay, let's check out Skye Belker and Ashley Chea. Let's check out Princeton. And then when you watch them play, you're going to have a really fun time watching them play basketball, because they play a really fun brand of where it's not, you know, one person dominating the ball, or, two people dominating the ball. It's just everyone moves the ball around. It plays a fun brand of basketball. And if you can play basketball and shoot at an efficient level, you're going to excel. And I think they both have the opportunity to do that. And I can't wait personally to watch them play this year. Hopefully you do the same. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this video, or make sure you like and comment on this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. It will mean a lot as well. We've grown. Well, I've grown. This channel has grown a good bit over the last month or so. So want to see that. Obviously, we want to see that continue to grow as the women's basketball season continues, or starts and then continues. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.